ECPO has waded into the challenge bordering on the supply as well as the pricing of liquefied petroleum gas in the country's domestic market. Now, according to ECPO's media, Louis Iba, the intervention of the LPG, better known as cooking gas, follows the rise in recent months in the price of LPG per kg from about 700 to above 900. I think it's 1,200 now in Abuja precisely. Now, moving forward, we see also that ex-NISER boss, has been arrested 11 months after he was sacked from office over 5.6 billion naira wheat project scam. Now, almost a year after he was sacked as the managing director of the Nigerian incentive-raised risk-sharing system for agricultural lending, NISER, Aliu Al-Hamid has been arrested. And it's an exclusive report. A $500 million non-bank financial institution is a creation of the Central Bank of Nigeria. It was mandated to manage agribusiness related credit risk in Nigeria. Now, he was kicked out of office following allegations of corruption, including a 2018 5.6 billion naira wheat project meant for farmers in Kano and Jigawa State. His sack was endorsed by the board of the CBN following approval from the presidency in December last year. And there's been a lot that has been said about this because the money's been allocated to some of these farmers to grow, and sometimes when people take actions, they don't see the ripple effect of these actions, and that is why they take on these actions. These are some of the reactions we have from people as part of the story of the NISEL man. Now we are talking about scarcity of food. We are almost at a point where farmers can no longer go to their farms to produce one thing or another, and money's been allocated for things like this being misappropriated or unaccounted for. Other reasons we find ourselves in some of these positions. Let us know what your thoughts are about this. We hope that he's probed anyways, and whatever it is, justice is served to that effect. Now, we see that some universities are still using obsolete teaching methods. This is from Unilag Vice Chancellor. He was talking about how the learning methods are still being obsolete, methodologies. He was speaking on the Fourth African Research Universities Alliance, and according to him, we cannot keep teaching the way we have always taught. A number of our institutions are teaching obsolete forms of knowledge with obsolete prejudices. She described universities as modulars for the future of Africa and carrying out educational and social functions. And we all know that education, once the education of a country, the standard of education of a country is completely dropped, there's an attack on their productivity. There is an attack on their productivity because what they're supposed to be learning are not the things that they should know. And this is not the first time we've seen a vice chancellor or a lecturer or a PhD holder or a professor talking about things like this. We need to restructure our educational system. Now, if for people who are aware of the Western system where they start with abilities, hands-on knowledge and then theory, we see people taking on, we say someone wants to be an engineer. They don't have to go through the process of learning maths and English, all of the subject that has nothing to do with engineering. They take them to a school that deals with engineering specifically, and they are developed in that aspect. But here we get to join all of these things together. We learn all of it together, and then when you're almost finishing, you now specialize in one or two. But let us know what you think about the educational system and what reforms you think can be done. We see that there is a failed coup attempt in Sierra Leone. Now, a lot of things has gone down right there in Sierra Leone, and reports show that some of the people who started this are being arrested. We see that a vehicle with abandoned weapons after the failed coup in Sierra Leone was being recovered by the police officers there. Now, the attempt in Sierra Leone was with heavy gunshot heard in cocktail barracks, due to the ugly situation currently in Freetown. The Sierra Leone government has slammed a curfew until further notice due to that incident right there. We also saw female prisoners running away after the prison breaks earlier in Freetown, Sierra Leone during the failed coup attempt right there. Yet another one in Africa, which is about the third. This is the third in this particular year, which means something needs to be done. When the people are not satisfied with how they are being ruled, they're not satisfied with the policies that are being introduced, some of these things are inevitable. But let us know what your thoughts are about that. We also see that the military wipes out terrorists hiding on Bruno Mountain. That's troops of the Nigerian military. They attached to the air component of the operation Hiding K. Nigerian Air Force have neutralized scores of terrorists hibernating on the popular Mandara Mountain. Now, this was a report, and the terrorists, according to the Nigerian Air Force, were killed at the isolated location consisting of 3 zinced structures amid several threes where they were holding a meeting in preparation to carry a major attack on innocent citizens. Let's move a bit to Sule Lamido, who talks about Tinubu dragging us to our graves. This is a very funny story because a lot of people had different things to say about it. This one served under the government of President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, he's not a stranger to Nigerian politics. He was governor of Jigawa State between 2007 and 2015, Minister of Foreign Affairs under former President Olusegun Obasanjo, and before then, a member of the House of Representatives during the Second Republic. Now, in his interview on Sunday in Kano, he speaks on the hardship in the country, the economy under Tinubu, and court judgments allegedly giving opposition states to APC, among other national issues. Now, according to him, Nigerians are going through hell on account of fuel subsidy removal by your party. PDP seems to be silent on the living crisis in the country. Why is it so? It is probably because the party lacks original economic thinking on addressing the fuel subsidy logjam. I don't think you are going to get me by trying to provoke me, and neither am I willing to answer you on this because we went through a process called election. Our party, PDP, was in power for 16 years, and in those 16 years, we were able to restore Nigeria to what it was within the Committee of Nations in terms of authority, visibility, and even profile. The first thing PDP did was to restore our image outside the country and work on debt relief. This is what he said. And now, a lot of people have said, you are talking about the person. These are reactions now from this particular story. You're talking about the person who is dragging us to the graves. Who killed us in the first place? Who killed Nigerians in the first place? One person must have done the killing for another person to be dragging the others to the grave. Let us know what your thoughts are about this particular story and about this particular comment made by Lamido, Sule Lamido. Now, we see the president is pledging full autonomy, full university autonomy. He said in his administration was working towards the introduction of the policy that will grant, full autonomy to universities. Now, he was represented by the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Engineer Abubakar Momo, and he said this in Benin, yes, at the weekend during the 48th convocation of the University of Benin. Now, from the table of the CBN governor, he says Nigeria lost $1.4 billion in 8 years due to CBN ban on 43 items. This is the central bank, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Olayemi Cardoso, speaking, and he has clarified that the 43 items were never explicitly prohibited from importation or sale in Nigeria. Now, he gave this clarification at the 58th annual bankers dinner organized by the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria on Friday, which took place in Lagos. He also explained that the Apex Bank had implemented restrictions on accessing foreign exchange for the importation of these items. He also emphasized that the issue of trade policy, specifically the importation and sale of the 43 items, were primarily within the domain of the fiscal authorities, not the CBN. Now, he said this distinction was important because it clarifies the CBN's decision to lift the foreign exchange restrictions, which we did talk about here. Rice was part of it and a few other commodities. On these items, it was not intended to encroach upon the responsibility of other government agencies. Now, the report says that the CBN had in circular in June 2015 published a list of these imported goods and services that will not be eligible for foreign exchange in Nigeria and the foreign currency market. The 41 items updated, they include rice, like I said, vegetable oil, and poultry product, among other 43 items. Now, let us know what your thoughts are. Now, they say it's not, we have lost about $1.4 billion in 8 years due to that ban on this item. Dakwa Abiodun saying Tinubu's government has done what past administrations couldn't do. Now, after taking over from the former President Buhari in May 2023, President Tinubu introduced some economic reforms to address the country's economic challenges. This is according to Dakpo Abiodun. And he says the administration was almost comatose under President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, he says these policies, which include the floating of the naira and the removal of fuel subsidy, have subjected Nigerians to hardship as fuel and food costs soar. However, while speaking on TV on Sunday, Governor Abiodun was optimistic, saying that Tinubu's economic policies, Nigeria would do better in the long run. He said President Bola Tinubu administration has been very bold and audacious. They have taken the bull by the horns. They have done what no other government has done in the history of Nigeria. And of course, Nigerians will have a lot to say about this. But we're starting with us right here at Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. The phone lines will be open right now. Let us know what your thoughts about this are. The stories that we have lined up here for today. The numbers to call are 090 7353 0044 or 090 8766 8888. You can be a part of this conversation by sending us a message on WhatsApp as well on 090 9705 4450. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Michael. I'm calling from Nassau.
Michael, thank you so much for joining us. Let's hear you.
Yes. Let me go back. When there was this morning, we also heard that either the federal government are doing something to bring the price of cooking gas.
Yeah.
And they were also seeing that they want to set up a committee to be able to oversee that.
Yeah.
For me, it's a good one, but does he need to even to have a committee for that to work? I don't know get it. Everything a committee of this, committee of that. You can just pronounce something just like the way you pronounce subsidy on your inauguration day, and it happens. There is no committee for you to begin to have that pronouncement of subsidy are now gone, this and that, and yet as we speak now, it still stands because you are a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So I think on that regard, for us to rejoice in, we need to see it not just having a committee, but at least it's going to help people. At least the cooking gas of thing we have been lamenting for a very long time.
Yeah.
If it happens, it's a very good this year. But we doesn't need to have a committee for that to happen. That on that side. And then coming to what you are talking about, although I didn't follow you initially, but I want to also to ask you. Earlier this year, the CBN they listed about 40-something items that were banned before previously.
Yeah.
I want to know, is it still stand?
No, they've already lifted the ban, and that is what the CBN governor is talking about. During the time where the ban lasted, said the CBN lost $1.4 billion during that period. So the ban was lifted not to disrespect any agency that put the ban in the first place, but because they needed to readjust the economy.
Of course, we need that. We need that because I believe. Yes, people say what to consume. It's good to consume what you have, but if what you have is not good enough, it's not enough. I think you have to sort other way for you to be able to import to complement the one you have already. You understand? So I think the like right now, if they fully comment on that, and then we begin to import, and with the one we have here, the price is definitely the price is going to go down. You understand? So. If that happens, it's a good way to go. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that contribution, Michael. Do have a lovely day. Let's keep it coming through on 09073 53 0044. It is the General Open Bantis. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Martha.
Bibi Blessing, good morning to you.
How are you? Good morning to you. This hour you be happy this morning. This your conversation this morning. You are happy. I greet Michael from Nasalawa and my brother. God will bless him. God will bless our last caller. But I know yes, a lot of voice today. I hope all is well.
Don't worry.
There's the issue that you bring. Matter. Where my priority, where my money. Good morning for money making, Monday making. God bless you. You see what we are saying about. When you want to do something, do it. And our eye go fear. Because we see anything where they are not, we know they fear. Before you know, they go sweep out that carpet. Where our president is coming, he says Saturday is gone. And he do it. See, today is gone. He will not go back. But now, when he wants to do something, because there is cabal now where he will make another work. Yes, he will announce it. The man get good mind to do what he want to do. But later, the thing go sweep on that carpet. We will not go fear. If I may ask now, money where they say they want to share for Nigeria, did you see the money? You receive it? When we are talking, say yes, men will not talk, he's doing it. But it's the rights when they say they go share for poor people. Did you see it? The answer say no. But this one come out now, he just talk am, we don't hear am. Now they beat the news call for us. Now wetin na bring up for us for table, now we go comment, now we go pull mouth. Okay, issue of president now, see now we are lamenting for gas. Now they say make we no dey use firewood. E no good for eye, e no good for smoke, e no good for big man eye. But the gas now when we dey enter, gas now increasing 1001, 1002. If he can do it now, the way we take the most season, it is better no need to fight community. Okay, if you want to fight community, make every community now when you want to carry community along, make community open refinery for us. Make every state get refinery. It will work. Everything will reduce, and it will tackle issue of security. 3 things now we need for our president. We not see 3 things what we need. Food, issue of security, and fuel reduce. And may guide our children when they go school. Now what we need our friend, we go help her. We go they pray good prayer, follow her. Nigeria will better, but now we support her. How we go say support her? Until when you listen for radio, until when you listen for us. The first way the message may go tell us. You carry the message, go tell our president. Look at what 4 people they are crying. Look at Bishop they say they open border. Until now, but is crazy.
All right, BB Blessing, you're breaking. So, all right.
This money, this dollar, not be we get that. Our money not get value again. May do what go make our money get value for Nigeria. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. Bye bye.
God bless you too. Thank you, BB Blessing, for that contribution there. 09073530044. Let's keep it short so that we can have other people contribute as well. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Madam Mata.
Welcome.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
My name is GB.
GB, thank you. Let's hear you.
I want to commend the military and the Air Force for the onslaught on the Boko Haram at the mountain, where they see many of their militants, many of their foot soldiers, and also destroy many of their equipment. You see, the president, the Buhari, did a lot for the military and the southeast and the northeast in his regime. The Tucano jet that was bought was the magic. It was the magic, and it did great havoc. I must tell you, I'm telling you that Boko Haram has been reduced to mere like Hamroba just grabbing here and there. They have no breathing space. You can hardly hear that Boko Haram attack any army base. What they attack are farmers, special farmer people are defenseless, and they will kill some of them and run away into the bush. If the Tucano jets have been allowed to be used in other parts of Nigeria, especially the northwest, we will have ended the bandits and terrorism happening in that area. But the US did not allow that, because when they were selling it to us, the agreement was that it will use for Boko Haram and the limit of not state. Any inch after the range, they will confiscate it. So that's the reason why we are still having this challenge. So I want to commend them for what they are doing. By and large, the government can do a lot by buying more arms and recruiting more armies and soldiers. The greatest that will help us out is to have community and state policing. Because the banditry and kidnapping happening in Nigeria are not happening in the major city or capitals. They are happening in remote areas. Some places where they say they kidnap farmers, and some places 8 hours before you can get there from the capital or from the town. Even with motorcycle, you can't even drive to some places because of the terrain. So because of that, they are able to do. And when they chase them from Sabra, they go to the Niger. From Niger, they move to the sound, they move to Katsina. No, but if we have community and state policing with forest rangers who are managing those forests, that when they leave this, they don't have access to come back again. I think we can be able to fight this war.
I think, and I believe you can fight him. Then the issue of what is his name, the former governor of Jigawa, to say the Tinubu is dragging them to where, what did he say? You see, to me, it's just a mere lamentation. Yeah, lamentation. PDP already put us in the grave. PDP put Nigeria in the grave. You know, if you look at it, look at this security we are talking about. $2.1 billion was earmarked for buying equipment, training, and the rest. Where is that money? That money was stolen. It was stolen. And up to today, we could not. Up to today, we are still looking for. So I mean, the case have not gotten head.
All right.
Sambo, we will not where it is. So PDP took us to the grave. He said that he's bringing us out of the grave, trying to give us life again. Because we have abundance in PDP, we have a lot of money that came in. What can you point to Nigeria that PDP did? Some people say GSM. GSM, they make money from GSM. They want to see a license. The GSM people put their infrastructure. Government did not put anything there. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for that contribution there, GB. Let's keep it coming through on 09073530044. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mata.
Comrade, good morning to you.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Good to have you. Let's hear you.
Okay. Happy New Week.
Same to you.
Comrade Aaron on the line. Mata.
Yeah.
Let me start with the first news you read about that agency. What's the name of the man that was sacked?
Nicer.
You say?
Nicer.
NASA MD that was sacked by CBN, former CBN governor.
Yeah.
11 months ago.
Yes.
And 4 months ago, the CBN governor was also sacked.
Yeah.
You see, that shows that no power is there forever.
Of course.
And even we should learn to do the right thing so that we'll leave a legacy that people will respect and honor us for that. And I think in anything government agency involving money, there should be check and balance. You don't release $500 million US dollars to NASA for agriculture purpose and not following up that money.
Yeah.
And all you did is just to sack that person. Within that space of time, wherever that person keep that money, you'll be able to I don't know, I'm trying to use an appropriate word. They know how to.
They'll go back to it. Yeah.
Yes. Within that short period of time, you can't trace that money. I'm telling you, when money is missing in your office, you should not be sacked alone. You should be under investigation. Seize that person's passport and keep eyes on him. Then follow up. After 11 months, you are arresting him that they knew that money is missing. Whatever they are going to recover, they can't recover that money completely.
Of course.
That is that. Then, secondly, issue of gas. You see, after the removal of subsidy, cooking gas later got pressure. Because if you observe, some generators are being converted to cooking gas.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I have a cafe that I usually type things there. When I came to the guy cafe, I saw him running gas. I said, you are running gas? He said, yes. It's cheaper for him to run gas. He uses 12 kg in a day. As at that time, 12 kg was around 8,000 naira. He said he cannot use fuel of 8,000 naira in a day. So you see, the demand for gas have gone up while we have short in supply.
Yeah.
So people should invest in that very sector. Government, when government says setting a committee, matter let me no committee. The only committee they are setting there is to subsidize that gas. I'm just telling you the truth. Because I can't buy gas at the rate of 500 naira per kg landing in Nigeria, and government will force me to sell it less than that.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So if our refinery are working, all these issues we are talking, it won't be there. We keep on it's not that we don't love this country, we don't like what the government are doing, but we are telling them the truth that we have paramount important things to attend to. If we have refinery working, we won't be talking of importation of fuel. We won't be talking of importation of cooking gas and all these energy we are talking about. So they should work fast and see how they can have very important.
Right.
Deforestation is no longer there. Most of the household don't use firewood. In fact, kerosene itself is no go area. I can't even remember last when I saw kerosene. Talking of using it to cook.
To cook, nobody uses. Yeah, nobody uses stove that much anymore.
So nobody they use stove now. Nobody they use stove. Gas don't ravage all the household. Thank you very much, Martha.
Thank you, comrade. Thank you for that contribution there. Let's hear more of you on 09073530044 or 09087668888. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning. This is Ahmed from Suleja.
Ahmed, thank you for joining us. Let's hear you.
Okay, I quite agree with the last caller who is saying that Nigerians are going into to set a committee for cooking gas. You understand? They just want to subsidize gas because that's what I see. I don't know what is wrong with our leaders. They just want to put all the masses of this country into suffering. Why are they doing? Why are they behaving like this? They should do the right thing at the right time. It's so unfair because it's the cooking gas we are managing now. How much are we buying gas now? We are buying gas 1,100 and something. That's what I bought. A kg. It's very bad. You understand? So if it is come to last time I overheard them saying something on a news that Nigeria should be patient till ending of 2024 again. But once it's come to issue that will benefit masses, they will tell us to be patient. But once the issue that will benefit them, when it come to the issue of SUV, they just sit there and decide it. This presidential yacht, they decide it, and it comes to effect. But the issue that will benefit masses, they keep provoking us. It's not good. They should do something. We are getting out of patience. Thank you.
All right. We hear you. Thank you for your contribution there. It's the General Open Banters right here at Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Give me a few more minutes and then we'll be right back with this conversation. Do not go anywhere.
Can we play another song?
The good tunes just don't stop.
The good tunes just don't stop.
Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja.